What? I can't hear you. Oh, start the video? All right. How's it going, guys? You looking at this monster I have today? Check this out. This is the X305 Cosmio from Toshiba. I don't know if you can hear how loud those speakers are, but this is definitely the loudest laptop I've ever heard in my life. It's got 4 speakers. If you look at the bottom, it's got a huge subwoofer down there. It's got 3 fans. I mean, it's incredible. This laptop is definitely a desktop replacement. You are not going to be going portable with this thing. It weighs about 9 pounds, 17 inches. It's a 1440 by 900 display, and this is, bar none, just a straight-up gaming computer. It can be used for other things, but man, this thing was designed for gaming. Big wrist rests, nice trackpad. It's really easy to pretty much set it up on the side, plug in a second monitor. If you want to plug in a second monitor, you have so many ways to do it. You got VGA, you got HDMI, you have DisplayPort for the future, so you're future-proof. It's got all the hardware, obviously, you're ever going to need. It's got one of the fastest processors from the Centrino 2 line. It's got 4 gigabytes of DDR3. It's got a 9700 mobile GTS video card. So it's definitely very loaded, and it's very, very big. Just to give you an idea, take a look at the profile on this thing, just so you can see how thick it is. This is definitely not meant for portability, but it looks really cool. When you close it, you can see it's got quite some girth right there, but it's actually really good because it's got extremely good cooling out the back. So this thing actually, when you're gaming, when you got your massive video card fully cranked up, your processor's going good, it's actually going to stay cool, you know, given that it's a desktop replacement. It's not going to be really small and really little. And another thing that's really cool about this is it gives you multiple operating system support. So when you turn on the computer right off the bat, it's going to give you a 32 and a 64-bit option for Windows Vista, and you get to pick right off the bat. So in case you don't have any native software that's not going to run 64-bit, you can just throw in 32-bit, and you're not going to have any problems. And then, of course, these incredible speakers. So let me give you a quick tour around the, oh boy, Norton bloatware. God, that makes me so angry, but what can you do? It comes with every computer. I'm going to give you a quick tour around this, and then we'll talk about the specs, because I want to show you the outside. It's very impressive. So starting off, let's look at the front, the keyboard, and the keypad, and all that good stuff. Webcam up here. Really nice, 1.3 megapixel, looks great actually, looks better than most of the ones that I'm used to seeing on a webcam. Very, very nice. You got speakers down here. These are Harman Kardon speakers, okay? So there's 1, 2 on each side, and then when you go down to the bottom over here, you got 2 more. So that's 4 speakers in total, plus the subwoofer on the bottom. If you come back up to the top up here, you have your power button right there. These are all your keys for your media center player, media keys to turn the display off, to turn the trackpad off, to turn the webcam on, and to turn the Dolby surround sound on and off, which is, again, Harman Kardon speakers. So it does have a Dolby Home Theater, which is really nice. Glossy keyboard, types really well, like it a lot. Big, big wrist rests and palm rests. So those are great for gaming, for using your keyboard. You also have a big trackpad. It's lit up on the top in red. And then down here at the bottom, you have indicator lights for power, for the cord, for the charger, for power, for your battery, for your hard drive activity light, and then this is for your SD card reader. Now, let's start showing you the craziness that is the side of this thing. There's so much stuff on the front, back, and sides. Starting off over here, it's hard to see, but you have a eSATA/USB 2.0 port right there. So that works as both. You can plug it as an eSATA or USB 2.0. Come over here, you got another USB 2.0. They let you know that it's powered by giving you a little electricity symbol there. This is your express card slots. If you want to add any 34 or 54 millimeter express cards, you can add them right there. TV tuners, you know, extra fire wires, you name it, it can do it. And then that's pretty much for the back. Now let me switch to the front. Usually you don't see too much on the front, but on this one there's a lot. And that's mostly because you have your DVD drive right here, which is a super multi DVD RW, and it does everything: RAMs, ROMs, plus Rs, minus Rs, CDs, DVDs, dual layers, and on top of all of that, it has light scribe, so you can actually burn an image onto the disc, not a problem. Also on the front, actually that's all that is on the front. Oh no, over here, come here. There you go. Over here, that's your Wi-Fi switch. So if you want to turn off your Wi-Fi for the airport or whatnot, you can do it no problem right there, very simply. And it's just a little switch, and boom, it's off. Now, let's move on to this side. Even more stuff on this side. Now, one of the first things I'm going to tell you about I love is this very, very simple rotary volume control. A lot of times they get all crazy with these hotkeys and touch keys and, you know, function F4 and F5. Look, this is so simple. Up, down. I mean, it's so easy. Yes, keep it real, so simple. Here's your headphone jack, which also doubles as an SP diff. So if you want to have this as a desktop replacement, you can plug in 5.1 channel speakers there, no problem. You have your microphone input right there. Moving on down the line, you got 2 USB 2.0 ports in succession, one after the other. And here's where things are a little bit weird. Right there, That's a port for an FM antenna. That's right, this computer has an FM antenna. See this thing? This goofy looking little soft antenna. This is an FM antenna, plugs in with this proprietary jack right there, and that gives you an FM tuner. And also, while you're back here, you have XD, SD, MMS, and a couple other kinds of card readers. It's actually 5-in-1, so those go right back there nice and hidden. And most laptops don't have much on the back, but this one has all the good stuff on the back. I like it a lot. Now, first of all, before we go over here, look at this fan louver. It's huge, first of all. And it's not on the side of the computer. It's on the back, so it's sending all the hot air away from you, which is kind of nice. A 9700 mobile GTS NVIDIA graphics card is in here with 512 megabytes of GDDR3. That does get hot, especially with the hot processor as well. It's got a Core 2 Duo P8600, which is a 2.4 gigahertz processor from the Centrino 2 line from Intel, 1066 megahertz frontside bus, 3 megabytes of L2 cache, very fast processor in here. And now we get to the good stuff. Coming over here, HDMI output, which will do audio through the HDMI, and it does have HDCP as well, so high bandwidth digital content protection. Lets you do Blu-rays and DVDs and high-def 1080p content off the web to your television. Completely legit, even if it has DRM. Now here's where it gets really cool and interesting. That's a DisplayPort output. So future-proof. This thing is extremely future-proof. If you're going to be getting a new monitor in the future, they're going to be using DisplayPort. It gives you more resolution, more audio, more information in general through this cable than you get through an HDMI port. You also get a VGA right there in case you have the old one, the D-Sub 15 pin, and you have the 10100 1000 Ethernet right there. Now, coming on to the other side, you're going to notice you have your power cable over here, which I want to mention is not a normal power cable. Look at that. That is a thick, hefty power cable. Very, very nice, probably not ever going to break. Very easy to put in. And then also, I don't know if you can see it, but right there, you do have a iLink FireWire, which is the smaller FireWire. Great if you're a video editor or a camera guy. And right there, you also have a Kensington lock if you want to make sure that nobody steals this thing. All right, now let's continue with some of the stuff about this. Let's talk about the specs. Now, I already told you P8600. This is a 1440 by 900 display. You got a webcam, 320 gigabyte hard drive. You have 4 gigabytes of DDR3 clocked at 1066 megahertz. So DDR3 is nice, especially on laptops. It saves you power, gives you better battery life, and that's all really good and nice. You have a 320 gig hard drive on here, so it's plenty of space. It's funny that it doesn't have RAID because it's such a big laptop, but the 320 in here is a 7200 RPM, and it's actually very fast. Benchmarking it was extremely interesting because usually laptop drives are really slow. This one is not. It's extremely quick. I think it's a Western Digital, but it didn't tell me specifically what it was. Let's see, what else can I tell you about here? Boy, nothing. I got it all. Whew. Right off of memory, too. I'm good. So, very nice Toshiba laptop. It weighs 9 pounds. Again, not a portable laptop. It might be a 17-inch, but it is a desktop replacement. It's big, it's heavy, it is extremely powerful. You can play any game on the market on this computer. You name it, it'll play it. I was playing Crisis Warhead, getting over 35 frames per second in the gamer mode with anti-aliasing turned off, so it's incredibly good benchmarks for a laptop. Again, that NVIDIA 9700 GS is really, really nice. Very fast video cards, the GTS. And this is a sweet computer, especially if you like the way it looks. It's on fire on the back. I think it's not subtle. I think it's very bright, and it'll get a lot of attention at the bookstore or at a coffee house or at a friend's house or on your desk. Very, very bright. Again, it's the Cosmio X305. This is actually the Q711 variant. Which is what determines the processor and the memory and all that good stuff. So it's a very nice laptop, and it's not as expensive as you think it is. It's actually a great bargain right now. It's a great value if you want to have portable gaming. You want to take it with you everywhere you go. This is what you should be looking at right now. It's a great deal. If you have any questions on it, email me, and I'll see you guys next time. For more information on the Toshiba Cosmio X305 gaming laptop, type in T24-170034 into the search engine of any of these major retailers. For Computer TV, I'm Albert.
Yeah.